I am super excited
Oh,
and nervous at the same time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna be waiting for a few more minutes before we start, maybe about 4:35, 4 minutes before we officially start. Which parts of the world are you? Angela, where are you from?
Right. I
Yeah.
from Spain.
Woo!
Yeah, but I live in Mumbai in India.
Are you in Mumbai?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I thought you were in Spain at the moment.
Yeah.
Qatar bin Kadi, where are you from? Wait, I'm gonna unmute you. Sorry. Yep.
it's hey, I'm from Morocco.
Hi. What
Oh,
time is
hi.
it there?
What time is it? It's 11.
Okay. So welcome to our session. This is creating CAS website using Google Sites. You have you can have a copy of my session through bit.ly. I'm not seeing it. Sorry. Through bit.ly slash CAS website. So if you have your browser open, you can put that in so that you can have a copy of my presentation. Okay. A little bit about me. My name is Tina Pehi. My main role, actually, I'm a digital learning coach for the last 18 years. And I am doing service learning for the last 6 years. I started being the CAS coordinator last year. So this is just my second year of being CAS coordinator. And this is also going to be my last couple of months. Okay, a little bit about me, more about me. I am from the Philippines, but I lived and worked in Turkey for 2 years, Vietnam for 3 years. This is my 7th year here in India. And the reason why this is my last couple of months is because I'm going to be moving to China in July. And in China, my focus will be as innovation coach. I won't be doing service learning and I won't be doing CAS. So I hope that this is like my legacy, not just to my school, but also to all IB educators that will be able to benefit from this. Okay. Also, since you guys are here, thank you so much. Give yourself a pat on the back because I know that at the end of the day, we want to improve our pedagogy so that we have more to give to our students because our main priority is our students. And I thought that if I'm going to be doing this session to educators, then this will have more impact to our students. Okay, you can follow me via Twitter at tinapehi_21 if you want to connect more with me. And this is my personal website, bit.ly/tinapehi. Next, so going to our agenda, we're gonna start with, we're gonna visit your whys, why create a website. We're gonna explore the website that I created for my school. And we're gonna move on with elements of what you would like on your website. We're gonna visit Google Sites interface for like a minute or so. And then we're gonna create a website live. And then at the end, I'm going to be sharing some pro tips for you guys because I know that some of you are already using Google Sites. I'm going to see if you have something burning. Okay, how do we access your presentation? You need to type in bit.ly/CAS website. Okay. Okay, Tenzin is no longer in this meeting. Yeah, bit.ly/CAS website. If you type this in, copy paste this on your address bar, you will be able to see this presentation. Okay, next. Awesome. So I would like to visit our Google Drawing, share your why. If you have questions and you have expectations, I want to see them. So they're here. I preloaded it, sorry. Here, why create a website? Some of you mentioned we are transitioning from Manage back to Google Suite for EDU. Some of you would just want to create a website for student portfolio, making CAS experiences more visual. Have one portal for parents and students, creating CAS portal handled by all of us. Okay, I'm not sure if we can do that, but we'll try. I want to create something that endures, something that helps us through the current situation, but also will be used for years to come. I think that's great. We're going to leave a good legacy to everyone. To have everything in one place that looks engaging. Yep, creating sites for NGOs. You're doing that. Awesome, you guys. Awesome, awesome. Next, what do you expect from the session? Curious about creating sites. Would love to see your CAS website. We're gonna explore that in a while. Lots of brilliant ideas, hopefully. Yep. And questions, how to restore deleted sites. I have a link to that one. Share a student template. I'm gonna share a student template for you guys to take away. Yes, definitely you can invite your students. And I'm gonna be sharing the session recording later on, and live portal on your Google site. We will try to do that, and recording will be shared. Okay, thank you. Next. Okay, so going to our next agenda, we're gonna explore the website that I created for my current school, International School of Hyderabad. So I preloaded that, it's here. So I have about how many pages? 2, 4, 6, 8 pages for my website. And then under homepage, this is quite useful, I find, because some of the students and parents are asking what are the CAS stages, like a project. And so I have that here. And I'm not going to go through the details because probably you guys have more experience than I do in terms of the content. Okay. And then I also have the CAS calendar and major deadlines here so that students will be on track. And then the presentation that I use whenever I initiate with students and parents for information session. And then other pages have, we're gonna go back to this Facebook page in a while. Super important that you have CAS handbook on your website. I'm also not gonna go through that. You can check that one out later. Learning outcomes, I really feel that it's super helpful when I am seeing visual cues. That's why I love creating infographics. So this one, I also created this myself, this learning outcomes, because I feel like I need to remind myself and my students what are those things. Next, some examples of CAS experiences are here. If your students need a sample of what they can do for creativity, for activity and service, you can also find them here. Next, of course, again, if you would like to guide your students, you might as well have all the forms on your website. So proposal form. I think some of you might have seen this website. Proposal form, log sheet. The reason why I have this is because we are not using Manage Back, and it's kind of difficult for me to track 100 projects if I am not gonna use this. Okay. You can explore again all of these forms during your leisure time so that we can go ahead and do our other items. Okay. CAS interview guidelines as well are here. please feel free to grab some of these things later. And then I have a section where student portfolio are linked in my website as well. So if you click on the names of the students, it will be diverted into their CAS portfolio. The 2020 is not yet updated, but the 2019 is done. And then, as I have mentioned, we're going to go back to Facebook page. This is where I share some of the exemplars just to give inspiration to other students as well, and also to motivate those that are doing really well with their projects. So I want to share them here. And also I also do a lot of service learning and CAS initiatives myself, so I'm also putting them here. That's about it. Do you have questions so far, or can I move on more? Okay. Yeah, I could help with the service learning as well. Yeah, definitely. I have a service learning. Yeah, I have a service learning website as well, which I'm going to share with you guys later. Okay, where are we now? Next. So we were able to take a peek of our ISH CAS website. I'm going to move on with the elements. It's up to you guys to think about what content would you like to include on your website. You might want to have a welcome page, and again, you can decide on what you would like to include in that. It's really entirely up to you. Mine is just a reference if you want to check what I have put on our website, but please feel free to customize it according to how you would like to create your own. And of course, it will help if you have course guidelines over there, forms, if you want to share student portfolio and social media, because I know that some people are creating Facebook page. I'm also going to show our own Facebook page for CAS. And yeah, if you want to put that or include that on your website, then it's also great. It's like celebrating and affirming what's happening with the CAS projects of your students. Next, tip: whenever you are creating your website, it will be helpful if you have your contents in one folder, so that whenever you would like to upload them, then it's easy for you to find. The other tip is hyperlink or embed your contents on your website, which we will try later. I'm going to show you how to do that if you don't know yet. And then you have to make sure that your files are shared for public view. Otherwise, you're going to see something like this. Something like you need permission. So your parents, your students won't be able to see the file if it's not shared for public view. Okay, next. So let's talk about Google Sites. I'm actually using this to create, curate, share content, demonstrate learning, give feedback. There are so many ways that you can use Google Sites. How do we access Google Sites? There are many ways that you can access Google Sites, but my favorite is to just go to the address bar, type sites.google.com/new. This is one of the ways that you can do it. Or from your Google Drive, you just have to click on plus new, click on more, and then you can find Google Sites. Next. So we're gonna try to explore the interface. I'm gonna be showing you this video because I created short video clips to make this session smoother. I'm gonna check if you have burning questions over here. Yep, I'm gonna do all these things. Okay. So we're gonna watch this video that I created this morning. We're just gonna explore Google Sites interface. You're gonna see Untitled site, your page title, there's undo button, redo, preview, link, share, settings. You have insert pages and themes tabs. Insert, you can insert text, image, embed, insert from drive, and these are the layouts. As you go through, you can have table of contents, image carousel, button, divider, YouTube calendar map, etc., etc. Even forms, yeah. And then pages, this is where you add a new page. You can customize that later. And then themes will be where you can change the design. We're gonna explore more of this when we create the website. Okay. So that is just a preview of Google Sites interface. I'm gonna move on with us creating. Okay, we're gonna try to create it from scratch, okay? So as I have mentioned earlier, you just have to type in sites.google.com/new. You also have the link over here. If you click this, this will get you through sites.google.com/new. Forgive me if my connection is kind of slow. Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, you will see Untitled over here, just like any file from Google. So maybe we can have CAS website session. And then I can also have the title over here, CAS website. Okay, next. The first that you will see is your home screen. And then you can insert elements through this tab, insert. You can have a text box. So we're gonna try to have a text box. Welcome to our CAS homepage, for example. Things that you can do here is to change the writing. If you want it as a title, heading, subheading, or small, I suggest that you make it a title. Over here on the right, you can see this palette where you can change the background. You can duplicate this and you can delete as well if you're not happy with it. Next, what else can we do? So we're okay with text box. We're gonna try to insert images. Things that you can do for images, you can upload, you can also select. You can search from Google. You can have URL if you have a URL address of the image. You can have from your photos. You can have from your Google Drive as well. So let's try to search from Google, for example. Maybe service initiative. I'm just gonna randomly put something just for you guys to see how it works. Okay, so we're okay with inserting images. It could be from your computer, from the internet, from Google Photos, from Google Drive. Any way you want to insert image, you can do it. Next, we're gonna go through embed later. I'm gonna show you what is this for. You can also have, this is why I'm saying that you should have your contents in one folder, because it's so much easier if you have them in one folder. So say for example, I have the CAS forms in one folder so that it's easy for me to just select them and insert, okay? So for example, proposal form. You just click on it and then insert. And then you can stretch it according to how much you would like that file to occupy the page. So that's basically it. And if you would like to move this around, if you're seeing that 4 arrow over there, you can just drag it. So say for example, you want to drag it down here together so that they are together, you can do that. It's up to you exactly. I'm sure that you guys are more creative than me. So yeah, just maybe explore it, okay? Layout. Sometimes you want to have layouts like this. If you click, then you will see that it's so much easier for you guys to have 3 divided columns, 1, 2, 3. And if you just click on this, you can upload, select an image, have something from your drive. You can even have YouTube, get videos from YouTube, or maybe share your calendar over here. Say for example, my 2021 calendar, if I want to insert that tiny thumbnail version of the calendar over here. There's nothing much in there. Maybe you want to do the monthly thing. So you could have IB CAS calendar. There's nothing for today, so that's why it's empty. You could also have a map. So right now I'm in India, specifically in Hyderabad. And you can select that one and have it here. Okay, what else can we add? There are many things that you can add. Anything, any Google app you can add. So YouTube, calendar, map, doc, slides. So say the presentation that we have right now, I'm gonna select it from my drive. This is creating CAS. Oh dear, sorry. My Wi-Fi is really killing me. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry guys, my Wi-Fi is really terrible right now. Okay, if you have forms that you would like for your students to fill in, you can also add that. I'm not sure if I have some sample forms over here. Yeah, so say for example, my volleyball sign up form, if I want that to be here, I can also put that in. Okay, so I think we're good with the insert part. You could also have a divider wherever you want it to be, and elements are all draggable. You want to drag it wherever you want to have that, you can also have it dragged over. Next, you can also have image carousel where you might want to have image gallery. Next, if you don't have questions with insert, I'm going to move ahead with pages. Let me check your chat. Yep, you can add contents from a shared drive. Yep, you can make a copy of the Google site. I can basically, I will give you a template that you can copy later. Template for students. Question about this. I would suggest that you make sure that the document is shared publicly, and maybe remind the admin team not to delete your content. Okay. Next, so pages. At the moment, we have two, one, and then these untitled pages. You can add pages from this plus at the bottom over here. So I already clicked that earlier. You can customize this by clicking on properties. So I'm probably gonna say CAS forms. And then you can insert all your CAS forms over here if you like this page to be your CAS forms. Okay, next. You can also have sub pages. So say for example, preliminary forms. To do that, you just have to drag this on CAS forms, and then when you click that, it's gonna be under this page. So this is the main page, and preliminary forms will be the sub page. Next, we're gonna move on with themes. You can change the way that you like your design to be. Am I seeing a chat? Yeah. Yeah, it is very, very intuitive, really intuitive. If you know how to use word processing, you can use this. So basically, our third graders are also using Google Sites for their e-portfolio. Okay, so there's no excuse for us educators to be able to use this. Okay, next. We're gonna go through some of these things. If say, for example, by mistake, I inserted something that I don't want to insert. So do I have a chart? Okay, say for example, you want to reverse this one, you want to remove this, you can also have undo the last action over here. And redo is this one, undo, redo. Next, this one is preview. If you want to see how it will look like, so you have a preview over here. There are three ways that you can preview. How does it look like on a phone? It's gonna look like this one on a phone. How does it look like on a tablet? It's like this. How does it look like on a laptop? It's like this one. Next, you can exit the preview and continue editing. You can share. People can actually work on one website together, and this is like any other Google Apps again. You can just share it to a collaborator. So say for example, I'm gonna share it to my personal email or to my daughter, then I can send it. Yep. So that another person can edit the website. So if say for example, you're working as a team of coordinators or facilitators and you would like to give access to other people to have more content, then you can also share it with them. Next, other things, the settings. Okay, this is really good. Navigation. It's up to you if you want the navigation to be on top like this or side. So as you can see, the top is clear now and the navigation is on the side over here. I do that when I have a lot of pages and I don't want to have my page cluttered on top of my website. What else is there? You can add logo. You can check on viewer tools. You can check on analytics. I'm not bothered about some of these things. When I'm doing settings, I'm just doing either side or top navigation. Because other things, I don't feel they are super, super important. So I don't really bother about that. Next, you can also see the version history from this. You can see how much was edited. Like at 7:44, it's like this. At 8:41, these are the contents. And then by 5 p.m. now, there's this much. Other things, you can also duplicate the site. If you have access to a site and you would like to just have a replicate and share the replicate to someone else, you can do that. And then you can publish. And then you can change this one if you like. You can also manage who would you like to be the audience of your website. If you say, for example, at the beginning, you only want to share it with your school, you can do that. Or you can have it published publicly. Nope, not that one. Nope. Published. Yeah. If you want to share it publicly, then you change that one. Do we have a burning question so far? I'm not going to publish this because I'm just doing this as an example. Burning question, we had Google Sites for most subjects, for most of the, okay. Okay, awesome, guys. Okay, next. So, as I have mentioned earlier, we're gonna go through, if you don't have questions about all these tabs and some of the settings, I'm gonna move ahead to our next agenda. Later, you can try creating. Okay, I'm gonna move ahead with my pro tips. Let me check your chat if you have something. I'm gonna check on you Annie later. Okay. Okay, so my pro tips: model academic honesty, use Bitly and customize your website name, embedding Facebook content to your website, YouTube video, Twitter post, and how you can use Google Classroom. Let's move on. The reason why we need to model academic honesty, I know that you guys are already doing that, but it's helpful to always remind our students because everything is free online, but they should always ask for permission if they want to reuse, code, modify someone else's work, and of course give proper credits to authors, presenters, or other creators. I'm going to show you who are my mentors for this session. Next, why Bitly? So you're probably wondering how I'm able to send you my presentation just by bit.ly/CAS website. This is how I did it in 5 simple steps. For example, this is your presentation. You just have to copy the link, go to Bitly. So I signed in using my account and then click on create. Paste the long URL here. Then edit that. CAS website. Title. Creating CAS website using sites. And then you can copy. So if you paste it on the address bar, you're gonna see the presentation. Make sure also that your file is shared publicly so that anyone who has the link will be able to view your presentation. Okay. So you can review how to use Bitly later after this presentation.
For example, this is your presentation.
See.
You just have to copy the link.
Okay, I'm gonna stop with that one. Next. How to embed YouTube video. You can do that by inserting directly, but this is my other way of doing that.
If you would like to embed a YouTube video, you're gonna have to click on share, look for embed, and copy this bunch of code over here on the right. Copy that. You can also customize on when would you like the video to start. So maybe in about first 5 seconds, copy that. Go to your website, insert, embed, and choose embed code. Paste the code that you have copied, click next, and then insert. And then there you have it.
Okay, so that is for YouTube video.
If you would like to embed
Okay. Next, what about if you would like to embed Facebook content?
So search for the post that you would like to embed. Click on these three dots over here and look for embed. If this is the post that you would like to embed, click on get code. There are two options here. You're gonna need to click on iframe and then just select this bunch of code over here, copy that, go back to your website, click on insert, embed, and then choose embed code, the second tab, and then paste the code that you copied from Facebook. Next, click on insert, and there you have it. You can stretch it if you like.
Okay, next. What about if you have a Twitter post that you would like to embed?
Find the post on your Twitter that you would like to embed, and then click on it, embed tweet. And then you're gonna see here a block of code that you need to copy, and then go to your site, insert, embed. Again, use the embed code, the second tab over here, and then paste the code that you copied from Twitter. Click on next, and use your post, insert, and there you have it.
Okay, so we're able to embed from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube. You can also do the same thing with Instagram. I'm not going to do that with my Instagram because I don't have a public Instagram account. Next, my next pro tip is using Google Classroom. Okay, awesome. Bye, Lubika. Bye-bye. Next.
Another app that I would suggest to you guys is Google Classroom. I basically use it as my learning management system. So let's go to classwork. I'm going to be creating an assignment, and I'll tell you why it has to be under assignment, because assignment will allow me to Right. So if I would like to send the CAS proposal form, click on it. Now there are three options that you will see after attaching the form. On the right side of that row, you will see students can view file, students can edit file, which means one file editable by all of your students. But what you would need is to make a copy for each student, just to make sure that all of them will receive this form replicated to all of them. So this is my template, and then Google Classroom will create a copy for each of my students. Then I could add instructions here. I could schedule my post. Say, for example, I want it to be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. I could schedule that. So which means it's going to be posted tomorrow. If I would like to edit, then I just click on edit. And if you would like to give a due date, say on the 30th, for example, or put it under a topic, I usually will have it under CAS requirements. And then go back to scheduling again. Anyways, I'm gonna delete this because I already posted that a few months ago.
Okay.
Another app that I would suggest.
So I am done until my pro tips. I actually would love to see some of your creations later, guys, if you want to share them with me. Okay, credits and resources. I got a presentation template from Slides Carnival. Some of the elements, the cool ones that you saw, were from Chris. This is his Twitter account. And if you're new to Google Classroom, this is a link where you would learn a lot about Google Classroom. And I would like to thank Lenny for the promotional poster and for really promoting this session. Special thanks to my friends Vishal Gan and Ludmila Boyson. Shout out to you guys. And some of the resources that I used are from this. So if you would like to check them as well, you can. Please feel free. Let's share. Sharing is caring. Okay, other things. I have a link here of what you can do when a website is by mistake deleted. So that's where you can find some of the tips on how you will be able to retrieve it. Okay, next. And this session is recorded. I'm going to be sharing it later. And you can also share this with your students if you feel that this is going to help them. Back to live portal. I think someone asked me, how can you make a live portal? I'm just going to show you my own website where I embedded my Twitter. So that, because Twitter is very, very dynamic, I use it every day. So my Twitter is actually embedded on my personal website so that it's populating my post every day, even if I don't update my website every day. Next, you also will have access to my websites. 3 of the other websites that I created, how are you going to connect with me, etc., etc. Okay? Next question. Oh, okay. I'm going to be sharing this with you guys, CAS Portfolio Template for your students. And I made a comment here of how this, or the instructions of how your students can make a copy of this template. You're going to click on the attached folder. This one is the folder, the link to the folder. Next, you're going to right click on that. When you see the folder, inside there's a CAS template that I created for students. You can click on that, right click, make a copy, rename it, share it to your students, and that's about it. You can even make a copy of this folder and share it with your students. Make sure that you tell them these are the instructions. Okay? And again, the videos that I used for this session, you can find them on my YouTube CAS Pro Tips playlist. If you click on this one, this is actually here. Okay, so from Sites interface until Google Classroom, they're all here. If you want to review that again after the session. And this is how a student portfolio will look like. Students can be free to design it however they want, but this is just basic ones. They can, after making a copy, they can change their names. Name here. Personal profile, I have some guiding questions if they feel like it's so difficult to think about what am I gonna say for my homepage. You can change this, of course, to your own photo. Change this as well. I just put them in as examples, but you can, of course, change them according to how you want or how your projects are. That's creativity, that's activity examples, service examples, reflection and evaluation. I definitely suggest for my students to make sure that they have their final CAS reflection here. I have 4 guiding questions. I have a form here for them to reflect, to write their reflection, and CAS log with learning outcomes are also here, and supervisor evaluation, and that's it.
I hope you enjoyed my session today, guys, and connect with me. Follow me on Twitter at TinaPehi_21. I hope to learn from you all as well. Have a great day. Air hugs, everybody. Stay safe.